Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars Week 107 day, or 6, 7? Wait, what week is We've been saying this all week and I already forget. It was 107, yeah I was right the first time. Week 107, day 6. So today, of course, we got Yellow Guild War Day. We're going to be going over all the weekly spoilers for the week. And aside from that, we also have Bounty Hunter to finish up. And if you haven't already, aside from Bounty Hunter, don't forget this is the last day that you can spend your points for the Kris Kringle event. I'm pretty sure everyone already has by now. However, after that time, whatever points you have will be gone. And unfortunately, there's no way to use any small amount. As, yeah, the smallest thing is actually 100. It's underneath the pet food bundle. I believe that one's 100 afterwards, so it's such a small amount of loot that's not really that worth it. But, yeah, if you don't have, yeah, like, there's no way to use, like, a really small amount, like 10, 50. Maybe they'll add something there. Anyways, so first things first, let's go over all the weekly spoilers, then we'll go to Yellow Guild War, then we'll probably finish up Bounty. And we'll send out 2 codes tonight, as I do actually have 2 left from last month's batch, and might as well hand them both out tonight. Anyways, let's go over all the weekly spoilers. Let's start from the official post and then work our way from there. See what they have. Who knows, maybe something got announced as well, highly doubt it. But you never know, as I have actually not had time to check. Nope, looks like normal stuff. Let's see what the event is then. So, Legend of the Secra. So, oh, we're getting his Olcari epic. Nice. Is this one actually going to be good with the new web gem mechanic? Of course, we did just have a rework for this kingdom this week. So, interesting to see it getting a bunch more options. Oh, that's where that second weapon came from. Okay. I was wondering before, like, oh, there was 2 from the season pass and 1 from something else. That's because it's coming in through the event this week. Okay, that makes sense. Anyways, let's start going through each one of these. So, Secra Darkwood. She'll be available for Glory. Should be, right? Just double checking this is the Glory one. Yes. This one is from... Oh, no, this one's from the Journey event. Wait, we have a Journey event next week? But yeah, you can even tell if we just see the Pathfinder, duh. But as far as what she does, let's see. Is she anything like Chalcedony? Probably not. Ends up dealing damage to an enemy, then creates 3 purple gems boosted by elf allies. And guess what? It doesn't show the boost ratio. So let's go check. Okay, so Terran's World. What do we have here? So as far as this thing's boost ratio, it is boost ratioed by 3. So within that context, it creates 3 purple gems boosted by elf allies for a total of 15 total by a default of 6. Because there's a 3 of default, 3 because itself, which is 6, and then up to 15 if the entire team you're using is elf. That's very situational, however, it could potentially be the case, because you could be using Arachne Weaver, you could be using the hero class, you have itself, and then you just have one other option. The problem is there aren't too many options for that one other option, but with that one other option, that would bring you to a 15 purple per cast, assuming everything still stays alive. And you could also do it with, yeah, you can do it with a 50% Mana Star Elf, and then that thing keeps resummoning elves, so you can kind of keep the boost ratio up that way too. That's interesting. Overall, it's okay. It's nothing like over the top, but it definitely has potential outside of this journey event. If nothing else within this journey event, you're likely restricted to something where this will actually be pretty good. But otherwise, it could get used occasionally. I don't see it being like super strong, but it definitely has potential to not be useless. So there's that. Okay, let's go check the other ones that we have here. So this other one should be the actual Glory Troop, which is this one right here. This one will be available for 300 Glory. And yellow purple, do you do anything good? Convert all yellow gems to web gems and summon a spider swarm. That is not worth it. No empower. It's an okay amount of mana accumulation. It does feed into itself, if nothing else. Web gems are purple, and it does use purple. So it does have that synergy. It's just not really doing much beyond a 4x web, and for that reason, will probably not really get used as basically just a 4x webber. And we're also getting a new weapon. It deals some damage to an enemy, boosted by purple allies and elf allies. And guess what? We don't know. The boost ratio. Let's go check it on the other page. So the boost ratio for this weapon is... It doesn't exist? Hello? Oh, it's right there. Never mind. I thought that was for the Doom thing for a second. Never mind. It's literally right there. It does 3 times boost ratio. So within that context, it deals some damage to an enemy, boosted by basically nothing. Okay, that's not enough damage. That's not enough damage to justify using it. So it's basically a useless weapon. Let me just double check if it gets anything good from its things. I highly doubt it. It gets web to an enemy, or first enemy. Some scatter to get rid of barrier. Drains mana from the first enemy. You don't get it. It just drains it from them. And a little bit of life. Yeah, nothing too special there. So, as far as these options are concerned, the only one that has some potential is Synchro. Everything else pretty useless as far as everything coming out tomorrow. But that's not everything. We do a few other things. So let's go bring out the full list. We were originally supposed to have a Vault weekend this weekend. However, from what we can currently tell, it does look like it's going to be an arena weekend for some reason. I do not know. But, yeah, it's really strange. But yeah, it's a very weird event week, or weekend, more so. Just because this was originally supposed to be a Vault weekend way back. And for whatever reason, it was changed to arena. But anyways, aside from that, Tuesday we're going to be having the faction event for, oh gosh, I can't even say it. Adrazhor. But for the Zolkari one, of course. Wednesday, we're going to be getting a pet rescue for one of the Zolkari pets, in this case Lucky, which I believe is a cat. Yeah, the EXP cat is actually a pretty good one. Thursday, we're going to be having a class event for the Zolkari class, which of course is Orb Weaver. And as I mentioned on Friday, for whatever reason, we're having a useless arena event. And then we have the holidays the following week, because it's Lunar New Year then coming in. But that's next week, or the week after the week. But yeah, overall, most of what's happening tomorrow, or next week, is all happening tomorrow. Pretty much that's the only thing that's happening all next week is tomorrow. Because everything else, pretty much nothing. There's actually another thing happening tomorrow, which is kind of interesting. Of course, we just covered a video on it earlier. But there are two things actually coming out tomorrow. Well, it depends what kind of pass you're looking at. Standard pass gets the thing we just covered the video on. We just covered one earlier today. Empress is going to be released. So you'll be able to get her with standard pass. But the other thing is, we'll be able to go show the Elder Dragon on stream. So this is the main thing in the current season pass, and we have the bigger one, so we'll have it a week early, which is tomorrow. And I'll be able to mess around with this thing. Ends up dealing a bunch of damage to all enemies, creates a bunch of curse gems, which are basically those brown gems. Basically imagine web gems, but they're brown. We're starting to get a lot of gems that are like that. Obviously the burn one's probably one of the more common ones these days, just because it's easier to apply. However, this does do, these count as brown, and they do curse the opposing team. So it has some potential here, and it's boosted by cursed enemies, which is actually the first of these dragons that do gem spawns that has the effect it needs directly on its ability. In the case of the yellow one, I believe it does it based on its trait, which is not its ability. And the other one, it doesn't do it off its trait or its ability. But this one specifically does it off of its ability itself, meaning that the thing that it needs for its boost ratio, it is already supplying on its own, simply just from casting it. So that's nice. It actually has a pretty interesting final trait as well. It eliminates 3 from all enemies' magic every single time you take an extra turn. This has potential to really reduce down magic, particularly in PvP-like situations. Obviously, you'll need some extra turns to kind of get things going, but if a team you're up against, you know they're going to be using a lot of magic, can be a way to kind of lower it down. Also kind of interesting is this is the first time we ever have a double storm that is not perpetual. Every double storm we currently have within the game until tomorrow are all perpetual, as in they last forever. You know, they just keep applying every single turn. This is the first storm that is a double storm, but it only lasts for 4 turns, or, 8 turns, but, back and forth, it basically effectively comes out to 4. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out overall. It's nothing like too special, it's just a storm at start of battle. Obviously, things that do storm every turn are a little bit stronger. But this is the first time a dual storm has ever had a start of battle, so they're probably going to start bringing that in for every dual storm eventually onto some kind of troop. The blue doesn't really help them too much, but the purple definitely does, as this is a blue-purple storm. The purple, which is pretty useful for him. The blue, not really. It would have been more interesting if the colors were to his corresponding of what he needs, because this is doing brown. So if it was like a brown purple or something similar, or brown green, it would have had a little bit more synergy. But unfortunately, it's a purple blue. But still not that bad. Interesting to see how it pans out. Anyways, let's go do things. Let's go do Guild Wars. Before we do, though, hello everyone! Hope all you guys been having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Hello Bill, hello Lester, hello Demidora, hello Imperial, hello Ricardo, hello Isabel, hello Sushi Ninja. Let's see. Hello Ajonian, hello Mr. Jesse, hello Roman, hello Tyrion, hello Imperial, hello David, hello Emernator, hello Lewin, and hello everyone else. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah, new journey. We have gotten very, very few journey events, which is what caught me off with the journey event being next week. Because we get it very absurdly rarely. Like, it almost never rolls around. Anyways, let's go get our perfect Guild War. Also, hello, Maximus. So this is our first Guild War since the 100th Guild War, where we are actually on perfect. Well, in the 100th we did a full perfect. But we are on track for it right now. That's not the right tab. But there is potential we do it again this week. So we are currently 5-5-0s. And I'm not sure anyone else in our guild is 5-0s. Just double checking. I know there were earlier. Okay, we do. So we have to beat Gabby's score if we're going to make it. Because I think Gabby's the only other person in our entire guild that went straight 5-0s. Would we be able to with our amount of points? Let's see. A 9,000... how much would we need to clear it? We would need a 9,400 something today. We could do that. We could make that work. But yeah, our score to beat is not only 5-0, but also try to get over 9,400. And then we'd make first in our guild. Alright, let's go try it. Guild War time. So let's see what we're up against, and we'll adjust our team accordingly. So he's using Infinite Loop. Best way to deal with this, get a freeze. Just get a freeze, and we should be good to go. Let's go check our current yellow team and adjust from there. So Guild War Yellow, we are currently using a Freezer, or Gorgulfa, Rope Dart, Weaver. Interesting. My concern here is starting mana. I do not see a good starting mana path here. Let me double check Empower Yellows. I want to see what we have for options. We do have Astral Spirit. What's the most important color to feed on our team that isn't yellow? We could do the Elspeth sacrifice. I really want it to be green or purple. I don't want to deny my own color necessarily. Though we could do it that way. It just, that normally scores pretty low. Oh no, do we just go all in on hoping Gorgulfa doesn't fail? I think we're just fully committing to Gorgulfa, please don't fail meta. That, or I'm actually considering replacing out Rope Dart here. How do we want to do this? My biggest concern is extra turn potential after the fact. We could get rid of Mistralis, just drop the enchant, and have a different yellow user here. Yellow, red, brown. What covers that? Ubistet. Oh. Rope Dart Ubistet's kind of interesting. It ruins your points a little bit. But if you win quick enough, it doesn't matter. Ooh, Rope Dart Ubistet? I think it's worth trying. It is definitely worth trying. Alright, what do we want to minus then? We definitely want double yellow. I don't think he's denying it. Let me double check his team. Yeah, he's not denying it. He doesn't actually have any Empower, oddly enough. Then once he gets going, we just auto-lose. But that's why we win before then. I guess we do keep this banner. As unfortunate it is to minus that color, unless we get blue-yellow with a different minus, like minus green or minus yellow. That's not what I wanted. Because I do want to change the minus if we're running it this way. Blue-yellow, blue-yellow. Also, did I ever upgrade Ubistet? It's time. I think it is finally time. Today's the day we upgrade Ubistet. Can I get double blue or double yellow blue with a different minus? I cannot. Okay, I guess we have to do minus red. That's unfortunate, but we can still make it work. Okay, because the other manners are more important to get into Rope Dart just to make sure we end up getting it there. So we need to go and finally upgrade Ubistet. It's finally time. And to do that, we'll use an orb. We'll use an orb. And guess what? We'll use an orb. There we go. He has officially been upgraded. It is time. Alright, let's see what he can do. Alright, I guess I'm happy with the team. I'm concerned about our start, but beyond that, we should be good to go. Anything else I want to adjust? Don't think so. It is indeed Yellow Guild War. Alright, let's see how we do. I'm not sure if this thing can score over 9,400 is my biggest concern, I would say, at this point. I guess the next concern would be, what if we actually lose? But, I don't know, we have a decent chance here. I do want to take this in a way where I could follow up on yellow. The only problem is he might take his own turn up yellow. He did not. Interesting. Okay. Well, it's Gorgulfa time. Time to click the Gorgulfa button. And then ideally go straight into just wipe out entire team. I'm going to Rope Dart here. It gives us another Gorgulfa. I have a web option, though I don't want it yet. I guess we just Gorgulfa and hope you get enough overfill. You did not quite get enough overfill. Not yet. Alright, that kills you. I can Rope Dart Hero as that's the next biggest threat. Just let what... actually, you know what? We're going to kill this. Because then we just go straight to Ubistet. Because this crate destroys 3 red every time when we do Rope Dart. Because now we just do Ubistet. Boom, boom. And now we just have to deal with this. Easiest way to deal with this is Rope Dart it, then Weaver. I believe that is kill range. Let's see. Let's do the rope dart first. And that is not kill range, but it is Ubistet kill range. Yeah, rope dart Ubistet. It's gonna get it every time. Even in Guild Wars has the damage range. I'm not sure if we're scoring too well, but if they're using turnip on every single one of these, I think we're gonna be okay. We do have to deal with freeze here. We are frozen on a few good colors. Luckily our hero is not one of them. He's gonna take Skull. We really don't care if he ever takes Skull, though. Skull does almost nothing to us. We're pretty much just only looking to get Gorgultha mana. Cast Gorgultha, then win. That's pretty much the entire strategy. Anything that gets in the way of that is concerning. I need this red to get destroyed. The chance of it happening is pretty likely. If it doesn't... Oh, no. Either way you look at it. Oh, that's bad. He's going to get extra... Well, we're going to explode it all. I guess it doesn't matter. So we'll go Rope Dart the hero. I can't take my brown, unfortunately, because we don't have cleanse. We'll go for Gorgultha. Lucky extra turns there. I do have extra turn green, which is not frozen, which I can go for then. I cannot take the extra turn red over there, as much as I need the mana. Okay, we could choose to Rope Dart a second option. I could also choose just to outright kill it. We could also choose to throw some webs in there. 77, what's that? 77, 77. That's 154. That does kill one of them. We could try for it. They're frozen enough that we can get away with it. So we'll go for one Weaver here. I kind of want to Rope Dart the other one forward. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to kill Hero. I don't trust it enough. We're still frozen, so I do have to go for Gorgultha instead of taking our extra turn red, which would be very convenient. He does silence our Gorgultha, which is slightly unfortunate. We are in Ubis... No, we are not in Ubistet range, actually. So I'll take that, get all the red we need. And now we just start killing everything. Because we do this. We Weaver. We Ubistet, and that's match. He just does whatever. We Ubistet him, dead. There we go. So far, so good. I think we're bringing back Ubistet for Yellow Day. If you're not casting Weaver, we could do Voice of Orpheus. The main reason I have Weaver there is mostly to make sure we don't lose. Like, it's not there to win, it's there to not lose. If that makes any sense. Like, we're not trying to win with Weaver. It's there solely so we don't lose under any circumstance. Let's see. We need brown. Wait, he is purple to yellow. Do we care? Not really. Unless we get absurdly unlucky here. You know what? I'm going to take it vertically. Because if I take it horizontally, there is a small chance he's going to get purple-yellow or yellow-purple, and we auto-lose the second he does. So we're just going to take that way. Just in case something catastrophic happens. So we'll clear out the board. And we're pretty much just good to go. We Rope Dart anything we wish to mark for death. In this case, that's going to be hero. We then Ubistet, and that's match. We just killed out pretty much everything important. And now we only have 2 left. And then we just... Oh, you know what? Other synergy we got I almost forgot about? We can do Rope Dart into Weaver. Once the double kill of Ubistet's done and he doesn't have mana anymore. In this case, he does, so we can just simply go straight for it. Oh, no! Oh, yes! Oh, no! Yes, that's enough. I thought that was enough kill range. I'm so used to his, like, nerf numbers, because they are still the nerf numbers. Gosh, imagine how strong he was before. We had, like, a year where he was 4-to-1 boost ratio, or half a year, however long it was. And 6-to-1's still killing everything. And he used to be 4-to-1. Do we need anything here? He does have a bit of freeze. Though, I don't think we care too much if we're frozen. Like, it can backfire. Also, hello, Daddy Shark. Hello, NASA. Hello, David. Hello, Lester. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like, it can backfire when we're frozen. But his team doesn't care a huge amount about being frozen. Like, ideally, it wants to not be frozen. But also doesn't care too much if it is frozen. Let's see. Alright, we're just going to go for Massive Cascade here. Oh, wait. Does that give him green extra turn? He's just going to go down weirdly. No, that's not green extra turn. Is it going to take the brown to the yellow? Is there anything safer we can do? Yeah, I think brown to yellow is the way to go. We don't get any green there. The other one goes down in a way where... Wait, we still get it, right? No. Yeah, that does give him extra turn. Unless I'm missing something here. That gives him extra turn green. That's kind of scary. Maybe we don't take that move. You know what? We can just take it that way. So just do that then. Okay, so we'll take that. That makes it nice and safe. Now I can take my purple to brown safely if I want to, which I believe we do. And now we see what he does, which is basically nothing. I can do a preemptive Weaver here. I think I am, just because he's about to get turnip going. And he's going to end his turn anyways. Alright, so this is the first time one of them might infinite loop on us. As long as he stays disabled. Oh, never mind. We won. It's already over. So we take that over. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. We don't have enough damage. No, we're off by 4. Should have revamped the medals. Oh, yeah, how do we do this then? Because we're going to be off by exactly 4. He's going to turn up, create a bunch of yellow and brown. I think we just Weaver. As weird as it may seem, I think we just throw down Weaver here. Even though that's not in kill range. Because he loses his turn. He gets some scary manas in there. I really need Rope Dart before we lose. I need to, like, Rope Dart, put something into a cycle kill, and then just kill it. He just cleansed a lot of stuff, though he also just missed. Is he running stealthy? He is not. We just win then. We just kill hero. The other one's going to die to burn. Oh, no, it's not, because he has... obviously, that's not going to his HP. We're silenced on one of our kill conditions, but we also are in range of Weaver. So we can just win off a Weaver. So I go for Weaver here. Actually, let me double check. Yeah, we go for Weaver here. That gets us most of our important mana. You cleansing on that turn would have been so amazing. Yeah, we might want to carry an Orpheus medal on this build. Would kind of come in handy. Do I move this guy to first? No, I'm actually going to do it on this one. Because I need him to be closer to kill range, even if he's not getting entangled from it. Yeah, we really need another Rope Dart. This should hopefully give it to us. A little bit of a strange fight, mostly because he's disabled right now. Okay, so we just take a brown and hope for brown off the sky. Yellow Surge doesn't get us close enough, which is the biggest concern there. So we get a bunch of mana there. This guy still has not cleansed. That is insane. We're about to win, but still. Or almost win. Because we throw the Rope Dart. We throw the Weaver. That might be the reason we don't get enough points, though, is this battle right here. I'll kill him with that because it's more damage for the damage calculation, rather than killing with insta-kill. Alright, I have no clue how many points we scored. Oh, wait, never mind. We still have one more. I thought that was all of them for a second there. It seems like we're a little under right now. Ooh, Life and Death Weaver. That complicates things slightly. I think we still go for it, for the fun of it. This is a team that can kill us. We might have to hard counter it. Ubistet does not want to be Life and Death Weavered. Weaver also doesn't want to be Life and Death Weavered. Yeah, we have to change our team. Our team really does not want to get Life and Death Weavered. Oh, it was so fun messing with this, though. What do we really need to counter that, then? Because we don't have the... We don't have Tina 9000. We can still stun it and everything, but we need a Dispel to go with it. If we're going to do it that way. Kind of want to go down the Skull route. You know what? We might still just go down this route. I would have to put Weaver in second slot, though, as weird as that may seem. Even though we plan on casting Rope Dart more often. We're going to have to go a really weird build this time. And put Ubistet all the way in last. Because we only plan to cast Ubistet once. For a very specific strategy. Because what we're going to do is we're going to Rope Dart the King Avalon once the Lammerstew is dead. Ubistet it, and then it will kill Weaver. Then all we have to deal with is Life and Death, and just use our own Weaver to outpace Life and Death then. One thing I do want to do, though, is change our banner. As weird as it may seem, I think I need to go into double brown. Double brown blue. So brown, blue, and the minus, I have no clue. But I need +2 brown, +1 blue. -1 yellow, definitely not. -1 purple, I guess, is fine. It is going to make Arachne Weaver a little bit more awkward. Yeah, we really need a Vault event. I'm not sure why we don't have one next weekend. Originally, it was supposed to be one. Like, that's the interval of which we should be getting a Vault event, but there's not one going on. Okay, does Weaver two-shot us? It's 170 damage. Yes, that is scary. Wait, does Life and Death Weaver cycle us? 67, 85. Let me just put that in the calculator. My brain doesn't want to do it. 67 plus 85. That's a 152. Yeah, that kills. We're going to have barrier, so it's not too big a deal. But it's still a slight concern. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Gorgolfa, you got this. Ubis, that's kind of scary back there, but I really want to get the strategy off. I still feel like we can make it work. It really comes down to starting board. Does he get good yellow to purple convert? If so, we lose. If not, we have a chance. We can also replace it with Astral Spirit or something. But no, we're going to risk it. All right, final Guild War day. Do we lose to Life and Death Weaver? Out to find out. Yes. That is a really bad starting board for us. Wow, there's almost nothing we can even do. Let's see. This board almost has negative value. Wait, I can take this purple. He's converting them to the purple. It's going to give us a lot of purple. Yeah, we can still do that. Oh, wait, that gives him blue there, but that's fine. He still only gets a pair. Alright, can I drop this? No. Can we drop the other one? No. Do we just take a skull? Probably. I really need brown. Oh, wait, I can't take that, though. Oh, we could bait him into it, though. Can I? Yeah, I can. Because I could take this. As long as we don't get a purple right there, we're actually in a pretty good position. Because we can bait him into giving us a 5 times purple, and then we just kind of go from there. Based on how we want to do it. He's going to get some green and a skull, but we don't really care. Well, we care about him getting green, but not so much about him getting a skull. Good. If that was one down, we would be so dead. Okay. So we take this purple. We take that brown. Hero got disabled. That's huge. I almost want to go straight to Rope Dart. I really want to go straight to Rope Dart. Like, go for Blue Surge there. Do I need to deny anything that he needs? We can deny purple. Though we don't gain much from denying his purple. I'm actually just going to go for a blank Weaver here. Because I want to see him mess up somehow. Oh, wait, he did. Okay, cool. So we can take that. We can take this. His entire team is pretty much disabled. I have Rope Dart ready. I can Rope Dart his hero. We then take yellow. He's going to Life and Death us, but that Life and Death's going to do very minimal, actually. He's almost wait. Oh, no! It's going to drain Gorgolfa, though. Wait, can we Skull Distract him? If I take this yellow, we Surge, he gets Skull Distracted. And then we extra turn from Cascade. We kind of have to try for it. Skull does not kill him, which I really wish it did right here. He is going to drain us there, which is probably the most unfortunate thing that just happened. Like, that him draining us right there might actually be the reason we lose. Which is so sad if so. Like, if that's the reason you lose. It's from a single drain like that. Because there's a non-zero chance. That is the reason we just lost. Is that single mana drain. Wow, this board does not want to give us anything good. I can finally take brown. The problem is, I really, at this exact moment in time, need Purple Surge. No, we didn't Purple Surge! Wait, do we not have +1? Oh, no, we have -1 purple right now, too. So even if we did, I actually would have been 1 off. We actually want him to take the skull. That's good. Can we Cascade the mana? No. Gorgolfa, be good. Be not bad. Okay, I think we're fine. Though I think we lost maybe a little bit of score here and there. But we're on pacing just to win, as long as he doesn't do anything too crazy here. Because all we have to do now is take this red. What order do I want to do this in? I think it's red, Ubistet. It's red, Ubistet, Rope Dart, and then we figure out what we do from there. Because it's only going to be it. It's webbed, it's doing no damage. So we do that, double kill. Every threat he has is dead. Rope Dart him. Gorgolfa him. Kill it with whatever the follow-up is. Weaver, why do you not kill? Come on, Weaver, you got this. I guess we take brown. I guess we go for another Gorgolfa. Alternatively, I could just go for Skull into Weaver. Seems like the way at this point. And dead. There we go. Nice safe win. We almost had a few sketchy turns there. But there we go. I feel like our score is below 9,400 though. Oh, we did it! 9,464! Wait, are we #1 in the guild? Did we do it? Well, for one, we did do perfect 5 zeros again. We have done it. Though we also did on the 100th Guild Wars several weeks ago. Though we went a while without doing it. But as long as we like super try hard it and don't get unlucky like that, go 5-0 the whole time. It's like, oops, accidentally lost. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost to Life and Death Weaver. I would not be surprised at all. Well, let's see. Are we highest? Let's see. We're 56,005. 56,000. Well, all we have to do is check it's this other one. Let's see. Gabby was 56,514. That means, yeah. Wow. Wait, how much did we win by? 586 to 514. So we won by 52 points. Yeah, we're Paragon again. Yay, we get some good defend data next time then. But yeah, we number 1 in the guild for next week. Which is funny given that we were like all the way at the bottom this time. Oh, there we go. Cool. Oh, there we go. Flawless Guild War week. Alright, next order of business. Let's go hand out a code. In celebration, we'll be handing out 2 codes this stream. One will be now, the other one will be a little bit later. Let's see. Yep, perfect Guild War week. And we'll do it again next Guild War, hopefully. We'll try at least. Yeah, it was fun. This is one of the few weeks we actually tried to win it all. And luckily we did. Not that we don't try on a given week, but you know, we actually took the time to try to win. Rather than just rolling with whatever. Because if we didn't change our team slightly to hard counter, I don't think we'd be okay for that. Probably would have lost. Also, I did one of these battles earlier. When we were going over the Empress video earlier today. So we'll go click these other rooms. Oh, already a trap. Fail. Oh, already double trap. Gosh, we got lucky when we did the video. No traps at all. Let's see. Hey, diamonds though. Okay, we gotta deal with stun and we gotta deal with... Oh wait, no, this is spike. This is bleed. Never mind. I thought that was stun room for a second. We don't care for bled at all. Alright, that's not too bad then. Alright, let's go do it. Not with that team, obviously. Wrong team. That's some standard Zolgoth. Yeah, no problem for the code. Yeah, I do still enjoy Guild Wars. It's just the meta has gotten very, very weird. It's definitely something that could use a bit of revamping. Because I would love to see more be done to Guild Wars so that we actually have to change things up from week to week. Because you can pretty much just do the same strategy every week. Like as far as defend teams and everything. It'd be nice if they change it so you would actually have to, you know, basically adjust your teams every week. Because that's what we normally do for most Guild Wars. We just kind of just go in and chill with whatever we normally have. But it'd be nice if you had to switch it up a little bit here and there. It's one of the few events that basically plays out the same almost every time. Well, that and Bounty Hunter. Speaking of which, we need to finish Bounty Hunter this stream. I didn't even think about that. We had 2 events that are almost like always the same this week. Bounty Hunter and Arena. I mean, sorry, not Bounty Hunter, Arena. Bounty Hunter and Guild Wars. Let's see. We'll take that one down. Get rid of the Diamond Dragon. Well, yeah, we'll go just convert everything. Unfortunately, with no Devour, but I'm not sure it's going to matter much. There we go. That was a really quick match, gosh. And they're dead. Oh, I already grabbed it. Alright, there we go. There's the first redeem code. We'll have another one in a little bit. Also, definitely feel free to leave a like on stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Okay, so we have a couple things we need to get around to. Oh, you know what else I haven't done? We have a Legends Reborn available right now, don't we? So we have a Legends Reborn. We have 9 crowns we need to go get. I have to go kill 1 billion of a color today. There's nothing good on Adventure Board. We got to kill a bunch of browns today. And we have Bounty Hunter. So we have quite a few objectives to still go do. Where should we start? Let's go do... Which one of those would take the least amount of time? Probably the crowns, oddly enough. Out of all those things, the crowns would probably be the absolute quickest. Also, the other 2 locations don't have any overlap with it. So yeah, we'll go do crowns. Actually, that's not true. Let's do Legends Reborn first. For the sole purpose that it is actually possible to get gnomes here, which also, I believe, means crowns. So we should still be able to see all the crown stuff here. Also, let's see if Magnesia is enough to actually kill here. I think it is. It should be enough. About to find out. Let's see, is that enough damage to kill? Yes, it is. The 2 of them together, that is. Also, hello T3. Are they actually changing the RNG for Dragonite crafting, or is that just a rumor? There was talk that they were going to make it so you can target the egg that you wanted, or something similar. How exactly that's being implemented, we don't really know. However, if it is going to be done, it's probably being done in the patch next month. Because we have a patch that's coming in February that's like treasure related, which sounds like it's a treasure hunt rework, but it might also fix a couple other currencies within the game potentially. And that's coming supposedly next month. There's no official date, though it might be late February. Because normally the first biggest patch of the year, though normally we have a mini patch by now, but normally the first major patch of the year is like late February, early March. Because last year the first major patch was the Horde Mimics. Remember when they added that really rare legendary, or that really rare mythic, I mean, to the drop table? And they gave us like the 2x, 5x tokens. Like that was a part of that patch. And that was in early March. This one might be a little bit earlier this year because I don't think they've done a January patch, or have one planned, I mean. So there's a chance that the February patch could be super early this year. Like literally the first week of February, potentially. But time will tell. Also good. Please please keep giving us brown. We need like 130 more brown kills. We're probably going to get it from everything we're going to be doing this stream. But this definitely helps, that's for sure. Oh no, 1 mana short. How could you? This team's supposed to be somewhat quick. There we go. Any spoilers for tomorrow's Soulforge? We never know Soulforge in advance. The only thing we know is what legends and mythics aren't in the drop table. Or, you know, would be in the drop table, but we don't know, like, specifically what 4 would be. Because we know what has happened on a cycle, which makes us capable of knowing what will happen on the cycle. But we don't know what the exact 4 will be at any given time. It's one of the reasons we covered the Monday video, as there's actually no way to know ahead of time for almost everything in Soulforge. It pretty much gets determined literally as the update occurs, or, you know, as the weekly reset occurs. Like, we know what weapons will be there and stuff like that, because that's always the same. Like the 4 legends, the 4 mythics, stuff like that, we don't know until it actually happens. So we still need to do this 2 more times, yeah. And then we get the max pet. I do feel like they could have revamped these slightly more for when we do them the multiple times. Like, I love being able to reread through all of them. But we are kind of just doing the same thing 5 times over. Seems a little bit excessive. Who is my second troop? Oh, it's Magma Dragon. It's a somewhat newer troop. It's actually pretty easy to get if you didn't get it in the past. It's from Fire Rift, which is the Underworld faction. And the main premise of him is he has Lava Storm, which is a brown-purple storm. Or sorry, brown-red, I mean. And that's basically his whole gimmick, is he creates a perpetual brown-red storm. And dual storms do work for storm checks. So, for example, Phoenicia gets a boost ratio when there is a firestorm. However, this is a little bit misleading in text because it's actually not checking if there's a firestorm. It's checking to see if any red storm is active. So it can be any red storm. It doesn't have to be specifically firestorm. Any red storm counts for her ability as well as anything else that has boost ratio based on specific storm. Because they're only checking for the color. They're not checking if that exact storm is active. So this not only counts as a red storm for the boost ratio on Phoenicia, but also gives more brown to Bone Dragon. It was also data-mined the ratios of colors that you get when there's a dual storm. And the overall amount of mana that you're getting that's beneficial towards you is better during a double storm than in a single storm. In a single storm, you would be getting more of that specific color. But if you compare the amount of increase of the 2 colors compared to the amount of increase of the 1 color, you're actually getting more color in your favor from a double storm compared to a single storm. It's one of the reasons why Storm Tinkwhistle, or whatever his name is, from one of the other factions, he has a yellow-red storm. And this is sometimes also used with Phoenicia, because both of these colors are beneficial to Phoenicia. The main reason for this build is so you can double cast, and it just gives you a wider range. Like, for example, one Phoenicia would not kill. But Phoenicia plus Magma Dragon does kill, so it's really good for this damage range. It's pretty much the exact damage range we want to be in with a team like this. Where Phoenicia casts once, Magma Dragon casts once, then you win. Yeah, Tink Stormwhistle, I believe his name is. Yeah, I wonder when they're going to add more double storms. I think we have like 4 or 5 in the game. I wish it was more obvious what their color is. Like, for example, Madness Storm. Like, I know that's blue-purple, but I'm pretty sure most people... Like, if they've never used a troop before, I don't think from the term Madness Storm, you would identify it as blue-red. Like, Firestorm, yes, that's like, you know, red. And something like Dust Storm, you know, that could be either yellow or brown, but it is brown. Maybe this one's a bit more ambiguous. But, I don't know, something like Madness Storm. Like, there's like no way to guess what color that is. Lava Storm at least makes a little bit of sense. Because, you know, lava, brown, red. Like, that one kind of makes sense. Oh no, this revive is honestly the most annoying buff they have done to Zolcarrion. If you'd even call that a buff. Because so many things from that kingdom that did not originally have a revive now has a revive. And everything that already had a revive still has a revive, it's just that Night Terror now. Yeah, Madness Storm does make sense to be purple. It just doesn't really make too much sense that the secondary is blue. Like, it doesn't not make sense. It just doesn't, like, inherently make sense. Oh gosh, double. If one wasn't bad enough. There's 2. Actually, in all fairness, 1 and 2 makes no difference. Because realistically, we're killing them both at the same time, regardless how many there is. With that one exception, because we got a skull there. Oh, yeah, they could be related to the banners. That's true. They could be partially related to the banners. Like the naming of them. Because I don't know the name of almost any banner. Because it's normally not relevant to know their names. I don't even think they're in order of name either. Aren't they in order of, like, based on kingdom? Pretty sure they're in kingdom order. I'll double check. Yeah, they're in kingdom order. Alphabetical kingdom order. So I'll pretty much never pay attention to the actual name of the banners. Which is weird because they're in alphabetical order. But the smaller text is the one that they're in alphabetical order based on. Which is one weird UI design that I never really understood with it. Oh wait, that's not enough damage, really? But, yeah, it's very strange because they're ordered based on the smaller text. Like, one text is really big, one text is very small. But they're ordered based on the small text, not the big text. There's one really funny thing about banners that I never really understood. It's been like that pretty much forever, too. It's been like that for at least 4 or 5 years. Maybe not always, but for a very long duration of time. They've had it that way. Oh no, the revive. No. Every time one of those revives, it's like restarting the entire fight with a team like this. Yeah, 4 more. And we still have 2 other main objectives to go take down. Technically 3, but the other one's probably going to passively get down. Because one of the ones we also had to do was kill 150 brown? Green? Whatever it was. I think it was brown. The chance that you get a task like that is a 1 in... it's a 5% chance, so 1 in 20. So realistically, you see it about once a month. Where instead of having the standard kill 100 things and get 20 gems, you instead end up getting the better one. Where you have to do slightly more, but you get way more loot. Where you have to kill 150 of a color, but you get 100 gems for doing so. Gosh, do these things have a 100% chance to revive these things or something? It does not feel like 25%. That's higher than 20% dodge rate in Guild War, which is approximately a 110% chance to dodge. Let's see. Is he gonna die to burn? He does. Of all the ways to go. Alright, final fight for these. So we still have 2 more sets to do next week. Yeah, we'll get a max pet for it. This one the weaker of the pets. I believe this one is actually upgrading Tyree, oddly enough. Which, Tyree's... The biggest issue with Tyree is there's pretty much no point in using Tyree when Leprechaun exists. Leprechaun's basically just better Tyree in almost every way. Because she hasn't been usable for a very, very, very long time for that reason. Do you know the rewards on the Kingdoms tier challenges? I forget. I remember that there wasn't too much that was good. Though for a brand new account, they're not that bad. Like, I think there were some gem keys in there, some event keys. I don't think they ever put in deeds. It was actually something we were trying to get them to do during the beta, but they never did. Which is something I still don't understand, because they have some tiers, like, literally overlapping with the same loot. They could have easily, at the time, made into deeds. There's something I was always confused by with that. Also, wow, a lot of people playing Guild War this week. We did all... We won every Guild War fight. And we are still 51,000 in PvP. Wait, where'd it go? Where's that screen? That's actually kind of amazing. We did not lose a single Guild War fight. All 30 of them. Those other 2 losses... Wait, what would those other 2 losses be from then? Oh, no, that's our defend. Never mind. It's 30-0. That's our defend team. Poor defend team. But anyways, yeah, 30-0. That's our actual offense. I got confused because I was reading it the other way, but no, it's a vertical. But yeah, we won 30 times, lost 0. But yeah, we won every Guild War day, and we're still 51,000 in PvP. And it's not even every platform. This is PC mobile. I always forget sometimes how many people actually play this game. Because it's actually kind of sizable. It is a decently big number. They actually confirmed it was in the multi-millions earlier, too. Not like concurrent, obviously, but, you know, over the course of a year. Anyways, we still need to finish Bounty Hunter. And we still need to finish Crowns. Let's finish Crowns, hand out a second code. And then we do Bounty Hunter until we finish Bounty Hunter. I think that's the game plan. And then after Bounty Hunter, if we're still not done, we go for more brown kills then. Alright, let's go to that. Center Mirage, bring the Dust Devil team out. Keep doing it till we get all the crowns. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this in Drak Zoom. The main reason being, Drak Zoom can still die to this very easily, but also has a better ratio of brown. So I actually want to go do it over here, since we do need some amount of brown kills. How do the kingdom challenges go? I'm not sure what you mean by that. But you don't ever do them once, and they basically just give you like a one-time loot. Most of the loot's pretty minuscule, but for a brand new account, a lot of the loots aren't that bad. I do recall that the tier 5 of the rewards was the absolute best. Because I believe it gives you a gem key every single tier, and then like something else all the way at the end. It had by far the best loot of any of the 10 tiers. Like, it was such good loot that the tier 5 reward for challenges is more loot than the other 9 tiers combined. At least from a gem value perspective. Yeah, tier 5, I believe, is 7 gem keys and then something at the end. I think it's 7 gem keys and 3 event keys or something. Which, if you did that for every kingdom, that's a lot of keys. It definitely adds up. Obviously, there's a lot of other ways to get keys in the game. But if you did that for every single kingdom, that's pretty much a mythic just right there. Yeah, there's 10 levels to the challenge. It's 7 battles, but 10 tiers. So you do 7 battles 10 times, basically. And it goes up a tier each time. It's a rather dated system from way back when. Actually, way back when, you actually used to be able to repeat them infinitely. And there were some interesting ways to farm, where you could deliberately fight one of the weaker ones, and always be up against the exact same team. Because it didn't used to work how it currently does, where, you know, you basically have to farm random enemies. Or most of your fights are just, you know, a complete random option based on the kingdom and stuff like that. But you used to be able to fight an exact predetermined battle of 4. And you could put it on a super low difficulty. And 100% consistently always take it out because it was always the same 4... I almost said Pokemon. The same 4 troops, I mean. How do deeds and crowns for powering your kingdoms? Wait, what do you mean crowns? As far as deeds, there's no infinite way to farm them. You generally just get them passively through various events. There is a really good event for it next week, though. It's actually one of the best events that ever occur for it. This is the 4th time it ever happened. But there are a couple ways to get them. The main one is just wait until they randomly come into Adventure Board. But one event that actually gives a ton of them, which is going on next week, is Journey events. Journey events give you Imperial deeds, deed books, and normal colored deeds. It gives a very, very high amount of loot. It might be one of the reasons why they've done it so rarely. I'm not sure what they're going to do to make it infinitely farmable, if ever. Because it's pretty much the only currency in this game that is not infinitely farmable to some degree. Is everything deed related. Between writs, scrolls, deeds, deed books, all that. Oh, they look like a crown to you? Yeah, they do kind of look like a crown. But yeah, I understand what you mean. But yeah, deeds and Imperials. The Imperial kind of looking like the crown. But yeah, there's no way to infinitely farm them. They'll definitely make sure to fully complete out the event next week with your guild, as you get a lot of that material. And you barely even have to spend anything for it, too. And there's also an achievement tied to it. Though if you do want to get the achievement, it does cost a couple thousand gems. Like, that way it'll cost you a little bit. But if you're just looking to get all the rewards for your guild, it barely costs anything. Compared to the amount of deeds you get in return. Hey, how many more crowns do we need? We need 1 more crown. Perfect. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Drexum. The elusive final crown. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky, get it first try. Nope. Last one always wants to take forever. But as soon as we find it, we'll go hand out a redeem code, and then we'll probably spend the rest of the time doing Bounty Hunter. Though we don't have to do much, that much Bounty Hunter. We're already at 150k points. I think we have to do 13 fights? 14, 15? Somewhere around there. 16, 17? Actually, it might be 17. I think it goes pretty quick. Yeah, repeated challenges were all the way back in... Oh gosh, when did that get overwritten? I want to say in the 4.0s? Like sometime between 4.0 and 5.0? I don't remember exactly, but I think it was somewhere around there. It was when they replaced out the challenge system. They actually reworked it a couple times. With what it currently being the final iteration. Yeah, O'Shea's Tome is actually kind of insane. The fact that its double boost ratios too is kind of funny. Because there's a lot of things going for it. O'Shea's Tome randomly explodes all gems, meaning you can actually clear out the entire board. But it has a double boost ratio, many of which have overlap. Its boost ratio is based on elemental for the amount of explodes, but also boost ratios off of blues. And it itself is a blue. Normally you're using it with elementals. A lot of good elementals are also blue. So there's a lot of times we're just clearing the entire board. The only big downside for it is you only get 50% of the mana rather than the full 100% with a destroy option. But it's still a really good option. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with the lack of Vault event. There was originally supposed to be one this weekend. And by this weekend, I mean next week's weekend. But instead it's an arena event. We also haven't heard officially like what their stance is yet on... because there was a bunch of things from when all the bans happened last year. Last year, I guess is technically correct. You know, a couple weeks ago. That's technically last year. But last year when all those bans were occurring during Christmas time, they did say that they might do a Vault event for compensation. But the normally scheduled one that we were supposed to have next week's weekend isn't even coming. Let alone an extra one, so I'm not sure exactly what their plan is. Because we have gone dry on a Vault event. They've gone beyond the 6-week period. Which is not set in stone to always be the interval for Vault events. But it is generally like the pacing at which they come. Is about 6 weeks apart or so. I think the main thing that people want as well is there has actually not been a single Vault event since the orb update. Which is kind of weird. Like they buffed these orbs like crazy but then didn't have a single Vault event to go with it. Oh, did I ever get the final crown? I think I just killed it and I didn't even notice. Yeah, I did. I was like, wait, the battle went on a little bit longer than normal. There it is. Alright, we got all of our crowns. Hey, we got all of our brown kills too. That's why I did in Drexum. Well, pretty much all of them by the time we do our other battles here. Alright, let's go hand out code. And then we'll go do Bounty Hunter. Or I should say finish Bounty Hunter. We're almost there. And this is the final code from the December stash. Though luckily I have a new stash I need to copy paste there. So we're nowhere near running out. But there you guys go. Use on jumpsawar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Copy paste random numbers and letters started with XV. And it gives same loot as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And definitely feel free to leave a like on stream. Helps a lot. It is greatly appreciated. Okay, let's go to Bounty Hunter. And I guess we'll just end by finishing Bounty Hunter then. And Bounty Hunter definitely a bit more enticing now. If you weren't doing it before, of course, orbs did end up getting a buff. And one thing that this mode has always been pretty notorious for is the 2 major orbs that you get all the way at the end of the loot table. And is definitely more enticing now than ever, now that the orbs got buffed the other month. And this is the first Bounty Hunter since that event. Or since that update, I mean. And we're getting 6,000 per battle. So what does that come down to then? That is 18 more fights if I did that correctly. Somewhere around there, 17, 18 more. Likely they die in about a minute. Unfortunately, we can't just use like an ultra quick kill team, as we do need to get the 30 times multiplier. Oh, we got a skull poke there. That's not necessarily a good thing. Because now Kaki does a lot less, but as long as it's still in kill range, yeah, it is. We were fine. Oh, wait, I did the math wrong. I was looking at it based on needing, Never mind. I was looking at the wrong number. Oh, no. Wait, was I? No. Because every single one is 6,000. So, like, right now we need, like, about 15 more then. Actually, it would be closer to 14. Never mind. Yeah, it's late. Brain's not fully functioning. But yeah, that would be about 14 more than 13. Regardless, it's not that many. Oh yeah, I forgot. We need to keep killing Emperor. Or Emperor. Wait, how do you say that thing again? I can't even remember. But that used to be meta back in the day. Like, way back. It's kind of funny that they made an entire kingdom basically out of it. Or, you know, an underworld kingdom. Because there actually was a meta game way back when. When, like, every single team had one. Obviously not these days. If you want a mechanic like that, you might as well just use Black Beasts. As it's, like, one of the only versions of, like, full healing that isn't useless in the current state of the game. I think it is the only thing with the term full heal in its ability description that is actually usable in the current state of the game is Black Beast. Unfortunately, it doesn't apply to allies, it only applies to itself. You gotta use a certain team in bounties? Yes. In order to maximize on points in bounty, basically, the way that Bounty Hunter works is your amount of points that you earn is boosted based on how many bounties you have on your team. So every single Bounty Hunter troop does an additional amount of points from 2 times to 6 times based on its rarity. So if they're all the way at rare, it'll be 2 times, and if they're all the way at mythic fully maxed, it'll be 6 times. And that means you would be able to get, in theory, 24 times ratio. However, you may notice on our screen, we have 30 times whenever we go on the other screen. The reason for this is whatever the new Bounty Hunter troop is in any given event, the Bounty Captain, has double the effect for the week that it comes out. So in this case, that troop is Knight Errant. And for that reason, she actually gives a 12 times multiplier, because the Bounty Captain gets double the value for the event. So to maximize your points, you basically have to use 3 Bounty Hunter troops that are all mythic, and it can be any 3 you want. And then your 4th has to be a maxed version of whatever the new one is. And that's how you would maximize your points for Bounty Hunter. It's not required to do it that way, but it definitely makes doing the events substantially easier. But yeah, if your score is very low, that would probably be the main reason why. As we can see right here, the 30 times. And the main reason for that is we're getting 6 times from Ogress, Kaki, and Corpsemere. And we're getting 12 times from Knight Errant. We can actually see this directly if we get Knight Errant off the team. It goes down to 18 times. And then we add it back, we have 20 times again. Oh, why did I type in Knight? As if that would bring up her. There's 1,000 Knights in this game. There we go. Knight Errant. And back to 30 times. Also, you do not get penalized for deaths in this mode. So if you lose, like, your 6 times multiplier, you still have it. It only checks at the start of a battle, not at the end. Oh, we actually got an extra turn from that. Amazing. I was just doing that because I saw red, but we already had full red mana. Just out of habit, it's like, oh, we need red mana for Kaki. We already had full. So apparently we also had extra turn already. Also, I normally just like spam click Corpse Mirror a lot of times. Mostly because, not always, but more often than not, the value you get from just using it immediately is better than the value of figuring out the correct location. There's actually quite a few troops in the game that are like that. Goblin Rocket, when we're using it for Guild War, is actually a really good example of it. We're using it quickly is normally a more efficient use of it, with the one exception being in Arena. I mean, in Guild War, when you want to, you know, win as efficiently as possible. But in most other situations, like, it can take forever to figure out where to want to use Goblin Rocket correctly. So it's normally just quickest just to kind of plop it down. And Corpse Mirror is very similar to that. Well, it doesn't have that many weird mechanics that can do as far as, like, you know, weird gimmicks as far as how you position and everything to get a lot of value from it. It does still have the condition where, you know, you kind of need to think where to use it. But that takes too long, so you normally just mash click it. Like, the value that you get in a battle like this from using it correctly is not worth the value of just casting it immediately in most situations. Unless you see something, like, very quickly that is, like, obviously good value. Like right here, maybe we want to try for a red or something. But unless it's, like, an immediate, like, 4 times, 5 times cascade, or never a 5 times, but, you know, if you see, like, a extra turn cascade or something similar. But otherwise, you pretty much just spam click it. Alright, there we go. Final 8, or final 9. Can't do math tonight. Somewhere's around there. It's numerically, approximately around that general location. Let's see. Take you down. I need to keep remembering to go for that. It keeps getting heal sometimes because I keep letting it. It's actually the biggest threat by far. Not because it's actually going to win, but because it heals so much. Oh, please click. There you go. I should have actually casted her there. The previous turn. Oh, that wasn't enough mana, really? That's kind of surprising. So next Friday is Mythic Friday? No. This Friday already was. Yesterday was Mythic Friday. It's always the first Friday of every month. We covered a video on it yesterday. Or, wait, never mind, it's Sunday. 2 days ago. Today we covered a video on Empress. But, yeah, 2 days ago was the Mythic. It's still in drop table right now. It's in Glory Gem Guild and VIP chest. It just is so bad that some people may have not noticed it. That is very possible. No, it's kind of average. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just so situational that it's almost never going to get used. Tends to happen for a lot of troops. Like, unless you're building a very, very specific 4-time submerge build. In case that, like, magically becomes meta again out of nowhere. Like, that's, like, the only time you're maybe even going to consider putting it into a team. That's just some kind of event that rolls around where, it just happens to work well for. You meant Mythic Roulette? Wait, what do you mean by Mythic Roulette? Or do you mean the tier list? Because that's still coming soon, TM. It's still playing, just not yet. Like tossing glory and get random mythics. Yeah, we used to do that in the past. Haven't really much lately. Mostly because the PvP meta has gotten way too weird to do it. Is one of the main reasons I end up stopping doing that years back. Because there's really only 2 defend teams that are used in normal PvP. There is the most broken meta to ever exist. That just keeps getting more refined over time. Or there's like 4 times fire bombs. And there's basically nothing in between those 2 values. There's the ultra meta, and then there's the teams that deliberately try to lose as quickly as possible because that's actually more efficient than winning in normal defense. Not Guild Wars, but specifically normal defense. And that's basically the only 2 teams that everyone uses. Or at least like 90% of people. That's one of the main reasons we don't try like random teams or stuff much in PvP anymore. Mostly because PvP is just really weird. It's like all auto-win or auto-lose teams if you're using a below-average team. Which would be if we were just doing random pulls from keys. Right, there we go. Now I know exactly how many we need. 4. I can't possibly be off on that math. We have 4 more for 24,000. Which will be more than enough. And I think we have all the brown kills by now. I would assume so for the 100 gems. And then we'll see what we get from our orbs. I hope something good. We've been a little dry on orbs lately. We've been getting a lot of bad drops. We're also getting way above average initially. What are we AFK farming in Pokemon? I'm trying to get more of the apricorn balls. They made them really, 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 really hard to get in a new game. It also passively farms Pokédollars. But I'm mostly doing it for the apricorn balls. It's literally just spamming the A button. It's actually going right now. Actually, do I have the visual up for it? I might. It's literally going right now. Is this the one? Activate, deactivate. Yeah, it's doing its thing. Let's see, can you see it? I think you can if I shut off the game. Wait, where is it? Yeah, there it is. It's just spamming the A button. It's still going. Let's see. Which one's that one? There we go. It's still going. I hope the DLC addresses that issue in that game. Because it's fun to catch them in rare balls. The problem is, they keep making like shinies easier and easier to get. But the basic equivalence of what is a shiny ball, they have never made easier to get ever. So they're still like so absurdly annoying to get. Whereas everything else just keeps getting easier. I am doing it with Fluttermane. Fluttermane's actually kind of insanely broken. I'm curious to see how it'll be in PvP once people can start using it. Because the current format that they have for this month's the same as the first month. They didn't bother changing it. So they will be changing it for next month. might go stream PvP again. If we do another stream for it. And a little bit of shiny hunting. I never did get that Cinder race we were trying for on the other stream. And they're having the event for it again, I believe next weekend, I think. And it's technically a better event than what Gems of War is having. Because, you know, not much you could do in a Gems of War arena event. Not much to farm there. And a smash. I think this is our final one too, right? Believe it was. Is it either last or second to last? Second to last. This is our last one. Oh gosh, we had 10 points too many. Yeah, you could easily still do it with tier 4. Honestly, I might start doing that. Tier 4 with 2 blues. Because we had an excess of a lot. The only problem is, if you lose a Valraven twice on tier 4, I think you have to spend a bunch of extra gems. I don't know, for the amount of gems you save, I think I might start doing that. We have so many spare blues that I think it's worth throwing down an extra blue to save, I think, 300 gems? The only problem is you are buying one thing. One of the main reasons for buying the tier is you are actually buying something that you'd buy anyways, the emojis. Well, if you're going for full-blown completionist. Because, you know, a lot of people probably skip on the emoji thingy. But it does save you 50 gems in the long run. So that one tier I think is technically 350 instead of 400. Oh, you'd always throw it down for that tier. Like this tier. Or sorry, this tier I mean. Which does give the emoji set. You'd have to buy to at least tier 4. So yeah, that means, because this was what, 400? So yeah, I guess it is still worth to save the 400. Because nothing in here is that much value. This is 50 gems that you'd eventually have to spend, so you can basically look at this as 350. So you're using a blue orb to save 350. Because we got 6 more sigils from this. That means we had a leeway of 4 sigils. Even if we have Valraven luck, that means we have a sigil leeway of 2 sigils. Which means, yeah, that's what I was mentioning before. If you lose 2 Valravens on a tier 4, you potentially have to buy another tier. But as long as you only lose 1 Valraven or 0, you can get away with tier 4. It just has a very, very small room for error, where you can't lose a single fight, which normally that's not too big a deal. But you also can't lose more than 2 Valravens, or 3 if you get lucky. Like here, we actually would have been fine because we could have lost 3 Valravens. But more often than not, it tends to be 2 Valravens is your leeway for losing, where you can only lose once, and if you lose 2 Valravens, you have to buy it anyways. Which is one of the main reasons I normally go for tier 5. Is if you get, like, if it's a week where you're going to lose a lot of Valravens just because of the final battle. Because there are some final battles where you could easily lose a few Valravens here and there. Buying tier 5 gives you leeway, so you don't have to worry about that. That's one of the main reasons why I do tier 5. Though you actually can get away with a tier 4. Anyways, let's see what we get here. We got 2 majors and 4 minors. Let's see what we get. Something good. Nope. Nope. Oh, yes! Lesser orb. Nice. Now show us the big ones. Come on. Oh, nice! We already got the 2 upgrades. You know what? We upgraded Ubistet this stream, and we almost got it all back already. Look at that. Wait, let me update our numbers. Oh, where's my orbs? Oh, is this the one? Yeah, that's the one. Oh, there we go. We got 2 more glories. 1 bronze, 1 epic, or 1 silver. But yeah, that's kind of funny. We upgraded Ubistet this stream, and 2 of the 3 tokens we used for it, we already got back. Or medals, I mean. Or orbs, whatever you want to call them. Because we used a bronze, silver, and gold to get a max, and we got a bronze, silver back. Unfortunately, gold's the most useful one, which we didn't end up getting there. But still. We got half of them back, if nothing else. Because that's basically half. Bronze is, you know, 1 Nisha. Silver is 2 Nisha, so the only thing we didn't get back were the 3 Nisha from the gold. Though, they aren't interchangeable. I wonder if they ever will add a way to upgrade them. Because, for example, you could eventually reach a point where you have every mythic fully upgraded on the bronze list. Or, you know, have the first upgrade. And then have nothing to use on your lesser orbs. Because currently, there's no way to upgrade your lesser orbs into Orb of Glory. No way to upgrade your Orb of Glory into Major Orb of Glory. I wonder if they're ever going to add that. That's not going to be an issue for most people anytime soon. But you will eventually reach a point where it would be enticing to be able to upgrade them. So I wonder if they ever will add a feature for doing such. What's with his leaderboard? Which leaderboard? Which one? There's a lot of leaderboards going on right now. Also, any other questions you guys have, let me know. I'll make sure to go over them. Well, what leaderboard were you referring to? The bounty one? Oh, there's a 4-way tie. That's funny. But yeah, you can tie in modes. Bounty Hunter is actually a really easy mode to tie in. They have made a lot of modes harder to tie. However, Bounty Hunter, I think, is still the easiest in the entire game now. Mostly because a lot of the things that they put into other modes to make it harder to tie was never applied to Bounty Hunter. So you can pretty consistently get the exact same score as everyone else. Actually, you may notice there's actually multiple locations where you'll see a multi-way tie. For example, if I go down here, look, there you can't see it because it's all the way off the screen here. But there are probably several dozen people all tied at 435,000. It is a ridiculously easy mode to tie in, because as long as you have the same Valraven luck for someone who spent the exact same amount, like look how many 471s there are here. Like as long as you have the same Valraven luck and have spent the same amount as someone else for the event, and you've done all the battles losing no Valravens, you'll have the same score as all those other people, which is why you see so many 435s here, why you see so many 471s, and why there is a 4-way tie for first place. Oh, there. But yeah, there's been very big multi-way ties before. I'm not sure what the biggest has ever been, though I know it has been in double digits. Though there's never been a single leaderboard that has been straight all 100 plus tie, but there has been over a dozen before, where there's like a 15-way tie for first or something similar. You need a lot of coordination to make it work, and normally it's within the same guilds, but it is theoretically possible. If every single person in the entire game coordinated, which would be near impossible to do, you could have a 1,000-way tie, a 10,000-way tie. Once people start exploiting it a ton, they would probably patch it out. But they have mentioned in the past they're perfectly fine with people doing that. Though honestly, I still feel like it is better value to go for second or third place these days than it is to go for first. Power Orb is not that good compared to the chance of getting like a Pet Orb, or even just what we just got, the Silver Orb of Glory. Like a Silver Orb of Glory is better than a Power Orb. Of course, it's not guaranteed when you get a major orb, but at least you have a chance for it. Like I still feel like the second reward thing is still better. Like getting 2 major orbs, I feel like is better than a Power Orb in the current state of the game. First place tie 30 plus, yeah. There's been some insane ones in the past. I know on Nintendo Switch there was a lot when the game first came out too. I was actually participating in a couple of them. We got like 3 Power Orbs within 2 weeks. It was pretty fun. But then everyone started tryharding too much, so it was too hard to do. But for the first 2 weeks, we got 3 Power Orbs. Like literally every event, we ended up getting first place in. And multi-way tying with anyone else who's also trying for it. It's funny. But anyways, guys. Let's see. Why is getting Power Orbs so much points for 700 gems in 1 orb? Why do people go so far on it? I don't know. It's something I never really understood. Like, why some people go so high on some of the leaderboards. Like, if we go look at World Event, look at this number. Oh, never mind. This one's not ridiculous. Okay. I was expecting to see something like 2 million. Never mind. This one's sane. But still, they did go a little bit above average. But sometimes you see some really ridiculous spreads. Like this number being like 20 times second place. Which I don't really understand situations like that. But this one makes sense. Like this guy just wanted first, so he went slightly above and he got first. But sometimes you see some ridiculous spreads on leaderboards. Actually, what's PvP leaderboard like these days? What's the spread on that one? I know it's about standard. Well, it's standard for someone who's really trying to do a bunch of PvP. As it is possible in the current state of the game to break 200,000. That's normally the goal of people who are trying like to go all out on a PvP given week. Used to try to go for over 200,000. Like this guy probably will by the end of it. And that guy went a little bit beyond. It makes our 2,000 look pitiful. Actually, the lower end just keeps going higher and higher. The average for the lower end back in the day, like back in the day, I mean like even just a couple years ago, was like 20,000. It just keeps slowly creeping up more and more because as more active players get into the game, like the threshold for what is considered active just like slowly keeps creeping up. Because back in the day, you used to be able to do 20,000 and you had a safe top 100. Now you need 30,000 just to make the cut, at least on PC Mobile. And even then, you're not getting anything. Like, this leaderboard is one of the worst in the entire game because it hasn't been updated for the longest amount of time, which is basically the easiest way to indicate how bad a leaderboard is. How long has it been since it got updated? That's not fully accurate because Arena, well, it doesn't have Arena, a leaderboard, but the Arena loot's kind of bad even though it got updated like 2-3 years ago. But this is very dated, what you end up getting from that. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. We will be going over the new Mythic tomorrow night. The new Mythic being that one dragon that's in the campaign pass. We already covered the video on the Empress, if you haven't seen that already. She comes out tomorrow for the Standard Pass. And we covered a video on that earlier today. And we'll be messing with the new Mythic tomorrow night, as well as doing all the Chapter 9 tasks and going from there. Anyways, guys, enjoy your week. Catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. And have a wonderful week. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.